And we're live, and welcome back to another episode of the Saturday Sit Down. I am T. Harris at When the Needle Drops.
And I'm QG at Nerdy Lil Bubba.
And as always, our mission on the Sit Down is to share our love for music in a way that is accessible and enjoyable for everyone, from the novice to the knowledgeable, with the goal of never being loud and wrong. Let the church say amen.
Amen to that.
All right. So as always, we always like to tell everyone, please make sure that you subscribe, follow, like, share the Saturday Sit Down on YouTube and Instagram. All right. So we always make sure we want to get that out of the way. I'll remind you again at the end of the show, if you are not able to join us live, like several of you will be tonight, this show will be able to be viewed on YouTube later. I mean, it's instantly posted the moment we're done. So if you're unable to join us right away, you can watch it later. Okay, please do, because we definitely want to get our views up
for sure.
All right. So Q, tell the good folks why we're here tonight.
Tonight we are talking about the R&B genre known as Neo Soul, and we call the show Neo Soul November, in which we polled our viewing audience as to what their favorite Neo Soul albums are. And so we picked up 10 albums that were viewers' choice. And we're going to go over those albums. And we also have a special guest with us tonight.
Yes, we do have a special guest. So I'm going to go ahead and add this brother to the stage. Many of you may know him because we have some mutual connections. So I'm going to add our guest to the stage. All right. Just want to make sure you're on. Audio good? You good connected, brother?
Audio good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. So listen, we have the pleasure of having Bill, who is co-host of And In This Corner podcast. So I was telling Q before we came online, man, I had the opportunity. The first time I met Bill was on, we did a 20th anniversary of Confessions podcast episode with Chastity Buckley on Midnight R&B Editions. And we connected that way. He's good friends with JR and Elise, and I've had the opportunity to be on a couple of his shows. And I told him, I said, hey, man, listen, I got to return the favor once we hit a subject that I know you'll be interested in. So when I found out we was doing Neo Soul for November, I was like, yeah, he'd be perfect for this, man. So, yo, Bill, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man, before we get started.
Oh, man. First of all, thank you guys for having me on, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. As T was saying, my name is Bill. I'm the co-host of And In This Corner podcast. Basically, we do everything from movies, TV shows to music. Typically, we stay with that 80s, 90s R&B vibe, but, we like gospel. We do jazz as well. We started doing interviews, so we've interviewed some of your favorite R&B artists, a couple jazz and gospel artists, and other than that, man, we just out here trying to make our wave in this social media podcast world. So I appreciate y'all brothers, man, for sure.
Oh, hey, man, listen, man, the appreciation is mutual. Hey, man, listen, I'm going to let you brag on yourself a little bit. So tell the good folks about some of the people that you and your co-hosts have had the privilege of interviewing since y'all started this podcast. When did y'all start? 2020?
We started talking 2020, right when the Babyface and Teddy Riley versus happened. So that's when we first started, and we would go back and forth on Zoom just talking about it. Okay. And then one day we kind of said, we already we have the content already. Why don't we just go ahead and put it on YouTube? He was already a very, very experienced, and he was did not podcasts, and he did things on YouTube as well. Very successful. Yeah. So very successful YouTuber, and we decided to bring it on our side. But I remember our first interview was with John from Troop. And the funny thing about it, we didn't talk about doing interviews. It just so happened. Yeah. And he commented on one of our videos and made it happen. Yeah. But from him, we've had Karen White, Tamika Scott of Escape.
Okay.
Mark Gay of Shy, Mark Gordon of Levert.
Yeah.
Kalante Gavin, gospel singer.
Okay.
The Mans, David and Tamala Mann. So we were able.
Dang, all right.
Yeah, so we were able to get some good people, man. I tell people, man, they ask how do we do it, and it's like throwing 300 fishing lines in the ocean. Mm-hmm. You may get a nibble, you may get a bite. Once you reel it in and you got the fish, man, that's when it happens. But I mean, many requests or asks, and sometimes they happen and sometimes they don't. But we're just blessed, and I thank God for just giving us the ability to even interview the people we have interviewed. If it was just one person, or if it was all the people we've interviewed so far. So we're blessed. We're blessed.
That's dope, man. But yeah, congratulations on all you guys are doing, man. We appreciate you. Mm-hmm. You guys are definitely a positive voice in this music space. And we always say, man, we appreciate being around folks that actually know music, but also put the correct information out there and ain't just doing things for likes and shares, man. So that's definitely how we feel about that. So before we jump into the Q&A, I always like to give a brief history of Neo Soul. I saw a few people have joined us. So again, thank you for joining us this evening for this month's episode of the Saturday Sit Down. We are in Neo Soul November. So we're discussing all things Neo Soul tonight. So just going to give you a brief history of Neo Soul. Neo Soul, subgenre of R&B that began in the mid-90s. It combines the elements of 70s soul music with contemporary R&B, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and gospel. Now, the term itself was actually popularized and coined by Kedar Massenberg, who was the president of Motown Records at the time, who was actually D'Angelo and Erykah Badu's manager. He used this term to describe a new wave of artists that he said was reviving the spirit and authenticity of soul music. So some of the traits that are commonly associated with Neo Soul are contemporary attitudes and sensibilities. Neo Soul is more soulful than what we deem traditional R&B. It has deeper meanings and messages. And let's be real, Neo Soul is black, like black music. Because,
unapologetically.
Yes, unapologetically black. Like, rarely, if ever, did any Neo Soul song or album cross over. That's part of the reason why it's so near and dear to our hearts. As a black community. So that's a little bit of history about Neo Soul there. So we're gonna jump right into the Q&A portion. So Bill, since you are a guest, man, question, I'm gonna throw this question to you, and we just kind of gonna go round robin style. Do you recall when you first heard a Neo Soul song?
I would probably say maybe Maxwell. If we're gonna deem that, so Maxwell's what is Urban Hang Suite? So around that time, so I would say mid 90s. That's when it was a different sound. We still had that traditional R&B, but it wasn't too far out from that. So I would probably say Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite.
Okay.
Obviously, for sure, Brown Sugar, D'Angelo.
Yeah. Q, what about you, man?
I'm gonna say that it was D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. That was the first song I heard. I didn't realize that it was called Neo Soul at the time, but I was drawn to it because it was just a different sound than what was out at the time.
Yeah, I agree. It was the same thing for me, man. I just remember the first time I saw D'Angelo's Brown Sugar video, and this brother on the piano, leather jacket, cornrows, smoky cigar lounge, and I'm like, like you said, Q, it didn't sound like anything that was out at the time or on the radio. So Brown Sugar had to grow on me. Like, it took me several times having to watch that video and hear on the radio before I was like, I'm digging this. Yeah. That definitely set the world on fire when it was dropped. All right, next question. Good question for thought right here. Is there a difference between Neo Soul, soul, and R&B, or is it all one and the same? Bill, what you think?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think Neo Soul for me takes aspects of R&B, of soul, and it makes it what it is. Are they the same? I think messaging is different. Mm-hmm. I think messaging neo soul is closer to soul than it is to R&B. Yes. But I think neo soul takes different aspects from R&B, soul, funk, jazz, and all that to make it what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, Q, what's your thoughts, man?
I would just say it's a different dimension of soul.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it takes different elements about soul and R&B. I guess for me, one of the differences is that with neo soul, there wasn't a lot of songs you could really like dance to versus R&B. Like it was more of kind of like a laid back, kind of loungy type feeling. Whereas with R&B songs, a lot of the R&B songs of that day were more, as I dare say, danceable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially during that era where R&B and hip hop like basically became sort of one and the same. Like you couldn't separate one from the other because all our favorite R&B artists during that era when neo soul emerged, like they all had a hip hop feature on their song.
Right. Because remember on our last show we talked about New Jack Swing, and so as we started seeing New Jack Swing kind of going to downswing, so to speak, that's when you started seeing more of the hip hop soul come into play, and that was the gap between New Jack Swing and neo soul, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like when I talked about the definition of and the history of neo soul, one thing I had in my notes was like the connection to 70s soul music. So like you said, I think it's like obviously it has soul in it, but like that's sort of what makes it different than what would be deemed traditional R&B. Like let's be real, ain't nobody dancing to Lady. I mean, we two-stepping.
You get two-step.
But we ain't.
I
mean, we two-stepping. Yeah. I mean, we ain't dancing to Ascension by Maxwell. We two-stepping, but we chilling. It's a vibe, man. Like, I always like. I remember when neo soul dropped. Man, I used to call it. I was in high school when this all started, and I used to call it just grown folks music. Yeah. That's kind of.
I think. I would say with neo soul, it's lounge music. It's almost like happy hour lounge, just vibing. Like I said, two-step.
Yeah,
I look at it as that. Laid back.
I agree. Yeah. All right. This goes perfectly into our next question. So the next question is, describe the vibe you feel when you listen to neo soul. All right, you just kind of pick up where you left off with that one, Bill.
Like you said, like you said about the Brown Sugar video, like the club, the cigar or cigarettes. It just reminds me of a straight lounge, just vibing, chilling, happy hour type. Good music, still great music, but I always get that kind of vibe when I think about neo soul.
Absolutely agree with that. Q.
For me, I mean, it's about the same. I mean, it's chill music. You know what I'm saying? It's lounging. It's just, you're not doing all that turning up. You kicking back somewhere like in a booth. You might have old fashioned, or you might have a cigar, you might have whatever, and you just lounging, you chilling. Yeah. It's like right now, I got a candle lit. It's that kind of music where you can you like to have the candle lit in the background.
Yeah.
You catch the vibe, and to me, it wasn't just a vibe; it was a whole movement.
Yes,
it was a whole movement from how people were interacting with each other, how people were dressing. I think TH, me, you talked about it a little bit earlier this past week. How people were like wearing the hairstyles.
Yeah. You started seeing more. You start seeing more women with the braids and the natural, and the brothers rocking the fros and the cornrows. Man,
it was almost like a mini, movement.
Yeah. So I saw a good. I'm gonna add this comment to the stage, man. But this is a great comment by at Triborough Gigolo. He says, "Let me get that on there." All right, here we go. Yeah, hair wraps. Yeah, neo soul to R&B is what underground hip hop is the mainstream. That's perfect. That's a perfect analysis. Look,
it's
the oils. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was, man.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the dorm room listening to Erykah Badu. I got incense lit.
Yeah. The vibe is heaven, like JR said. It's a thickness and soul. And we can't underestimate like the educational piece too, because some of those song lyrics put you on game. Like a lot of these guys, what they call them? The percenters, what is it?
5%ers?
5%ers, yeah, they had some of that 5%ers logic in their song lyrics too, man. Especially Erykah, you know, she was heavy into that at that time. All right,
beads.
Yeah, I know. Beads.
Man.
I rock the bead necklace, man, like the little seashell joint. Cowrie shells. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. All right, next question, man. So, in your opinion, what blunted neo soul's growth and popularity? Because again, we've talked about New Jack Swing and how New Jack Swing sort of had that 5-year boom period, and then neo soul hit like 95, and by the time we got to like 2005, 2006, it just kind of mixed in with everything else. So, what do you think sort of thwarted that movement?
I think music as a whole kind of started to change a little bit, but when we start thinking about neo soul, what was that? What's that? 2005? You said 5, right?
Yeah, about 2005, 2006. Yeah.
So that's right after Confessions hit.
Yep.
You know, the rap R&B collabs were out, just flying off the flying off the handle. Like, you couldn't have like a rap song without an R&B artist. You couldn't have an R&B song without a rap artist. And I think when it came to neo soul, they were the messaging was there, and it was just so what it was that it started not to fit in the construct of where I'll just say black music was headed to. That's hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Even just think about, if you think about our singers today, they don't have that hard singer anymore. We don't have hard singers, so they phased all them out. Well, we still have them. Let me say that they're still there. They're just not on a platform, or they're not put to the front how it used to be. Let me just say that.
Yeah. Q, what are your thoughts on this one?
I blame the ringtone era, because around 2004, 2005 was when you started seeing the rise of the ringtone, and the music started trending towards that. Make a song that's easy for ringtones for phones.
Yeah.
And so neo soul definitely did not fit into that particular picture. Now, I will say that I don't think it blunted its growth as far as on mainstream radio, but I still think you still had a good following. You still had artists, because you had people like Ledisi was dropping albums. We were Jane. I would even say Chrisette Michele.
Chrisette Michelle's first album.
You know what I'm saying? So there were still neo soul albums being produced. It's just they weren't, like you said, to the forefront, or it wasn't in the mainstream. And in stations like, once satellite radio started taking off, like right now, you can go to Sirius XM's Heart and Soul, and that's all you're gonna hear is neo soul.
Yeah, sort of like like y'all said, it sort of became this. It was like in the 90s, early 2000s, it was like married with R&B, one and the same. And then, like you said, after about 04, 05, it like sort of kind of did its own thing. And I think JR actually made the point that I was going to make. They started throwing everybody, that neo soul label on everybody. If you had live instrumentation on your song, you're neo soul. If it was original lyrics and you wrote it and produced it yourself, you're neo soul. When that wasn't necessarily the case, it wasn't what it was when it first came out. Yeah. All right. So next question, we talked about new age artists or artists already. So what new age artists can pick up that neo soul mantle? Who's out right now, y'all, that you think could take this genre and sort of revitalize it, if so to speak? Because it's still there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, man. I think a person... I think her voice, I think she can do it. I think Solange. Come on, I don't. It's something about her, but I think that she can really fit into that category where she can really, she can do well in that era, in that area of music, of neo soul. I think she definitely is one.
Yeah.
Y'all can. I'm still trying
I was gonna throw my guy Anderson out there. Anderson Paak. I was gonna throw Anderson out there. Yeah. I mean, Anderson's a powerhouse regardless. He can do anything. So
I mean, he's a good
I saw him. I think somebody beat me to it, but Alex Isley. I just love her voice.
I was getting ready to say that one.
She has that lounge type voice anyway, very smooth, very sultry. Yeah, she definitely fits that bill.
Yeah. I got Kevin Ross, Bryson Tiller, Leon Thomas III.
Oh, Leon Thomas. Oh, yeah.
Leon Thomas.
And Jameson Ross. And October London.
Yeah.
He definitely for sure. He's so he for sure can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Here's some the folks threw some great. I saw Kenyon Dixon. Lucky Day was mentioned. Lucky Day.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Lucky Day.
Lucky Day's giving neo soul energy. Oh, we can't forget about Moonchild. Moonchild's super dope.
Moonchild's like that too. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We cannot forget about Zoe.
Can't forget about Zoe. Yeah, Zoe and tall black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cleo Soul. I see Cy Smith's name mentioned.
Oh yeah, Cy Smith for sure.
Coco Jones, absolutely. The Foreign Exchange. Yeah, cannot forget about the Foreign Exchange, man. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they were right there, like as neo soul was not becoming so much mainstream anymore, they were still putting out like quality.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, all of these are excellent suggestions right here. So, all right. And last question on our Q&A is, which artist can revive their career by dropping a new neo soul album? You know what? I'm not gonna say she's reviving her career, but she's long overdue to give us something, and that's Miss Jill Scott. Where you at, Jill? Where you at?
I'm gonna need for you to come out wherever you are and give me a new album.
For real. It's been a minute, man. I think her last full-length album was Woman, and that was 2015. It's been a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. Where everybody said, where you at, Jill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need you to come back out.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Glenn Lewis. That's my guy, man. Like, yeah, Glenn Lewis, where you been hiding, bro? Yeah.
This is a swing. This is a swing, swing. But what about Lauren?
Who's that?
Lauren
Hill. Yeah.
It's a swing, but
it's a swing. Yeah.
I mean, if she was to drop an album, I'm sure everybody would be running, to download it.
That
voice.
Yeah. Man, I think Lauren has severe anxiety about dropping a dud for a follow-up to Miseducation. That's why I think she hadn't come out with anything, man. I understand she's had some personal financial issues and all that.
Yeah.
But sister, you still got it. We believe in you. Like, you still touring off one album that came out almost 30 years ago. Give us something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forgot about this, y'all. Maxwell still owes us the last additions to Black Summer's Night. He does. Came out with Black Summers. We haven't got Night yet. But he been touring like crazy, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he stayed. Yeah, definitely touring.
Yeah.
Definitely touring.
Yeah, somebody mentioned, I see Dwelle. Yeah, Dwelle is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Music put out a new album with Hit Boy last year. He did. Yeah, it's time. Robert Glasper still giving us the Black Radio series too.
That's my guy right there too.
Yeah.
Robert Glasper's my guy.
Somebody put out that somebody else said something interesting. Trying to see if I can find the comment here. Oh yeah, Eric Roberson, he needs to put out another album. And I just saw him recently a few months ago, and he's still
Mm-hmm.
I think Bilal's getting ready to put out a new album here shortly.
Yeah, he is. I saw Bilal mentioned as well.
Eric Badu has an album with The Alchemist. I think it's The Alchemist.
Yeah.
But it got delayed. It got pushed back.
I think a lot of albums still drop.
Mm-hmm.
Like Raheem Devon, he still
Raheem
drops, still drops music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Timmy just said Eric just came out with an EP. Yeah, he rose that guy too, man.
Oh yeah. Next time he comes to the DMV, I'm definitely gonna be there.
Yeah. I need him to make a journey down south, man. We don't get them kind of shows in the metro, man.
But let's go
Ledisi
all the
just
way
dropped
back.
an album too. Yeah.
But if y'all really want to be technical, you know who really I think was on that neo soul vibe before it was really a thing, although it was a little bit more jazzier than soul. Sade.
Yeah, somebody said that earlier.
Yeah, that was in one of the comments. Yeah.
Sade. Yeah. Her the Tonys with the Sons of Soul album. What's her name? Michelle Indagio-Cello.
Yeah,
she fits that mold too, man. I
mean, Raphael Sadiq. Raphael.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So definitely, good Q&A session, man. I appreciate y'all participating in that. The audience, as always, dropped some excellent comments and feedback on that. So again, we are here discussing our 10 essential neo soul albums as chosen and handpicked by our viewers. We got Bill from And In This Corner podcast. So I'm going to talk about the show format. Q kind of gave us a little bit of a preview of that before we got into the Q&A. But our viewers handpicked the albums. Posted a video on social media a couple weeks ago asking them to share what they thought were the 10 essential neo soul albums. I got feedback from myself, Bill, and Q. Tabulated the votes. 1 through 9 were extremely clear. 10, I had to put that one in my stories this week to have the audience vote on it because it was between 2 albums. Now, unlike what we're not going to do is tell you what albums were chosen until you see them on the screen. Okay. So that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to do it in chronological order. And the question that we're going to answer is, why is this album an essential neo soul album? And of course, we'll always do like we always do, talk about favorite songs, the vibe that's associated with this album, the impact, your memories associated with it. But we're always going to go back to that one general big idea is, why is this an essential neo soul album? So y'all ready to start, gentlemen?
Yeah,
let's do it.
All right. So the first album, as chosen by our viewers, dropped in 1995. This gentleman was on EMI Records. As I said earlier, he was managed by the gentleman who coined the phrase neo soul, Mr. Kedar Massenberg. He is from the great state of Virginia, Richmond to be exact, son of a preacher man. And we recently lost him, but his impact is going to continue to be with us. And that album's by none other than D'Angelo, and that's Brown Sugar. Woo. All right. Hugh, I'm gonna kick it to you this time, man. Share your thoughts about Brown Sugar. Why is this album an essential neo soul album, bro?
I mean, it basically leveled the ground. It put the neo soul sound on the map. It basically introduced the world to neo soul. And again, I mean, if you look at it, I think it dropped in 95. So look at what was happening in 95. You had East Coast, West Coast beef. You know what I'm saying? You had the booty shake. You had the Midwest rap movement was happening.
Yeah.
So when Brown Sugar dropped, it was completely different than what was out. And as more people started picking up on it, they realized, this is something I can just kind of relax to, or in my case, I study to it. So it's a much needed album for those who need to be introduced into the world of neo soul. This one is it. And I mean, it covers a wide range because we know what Brown Sugar is all about.
Yeah, we know what it's about.
He gave a shout to his lady.
Yeah.
So it's definitely just, you definitely need this album in your collection.
All right, Bill, thoughts on Brown Sugar, man?
Oh man, everything that Q said. It was the vibe. It was new. He was just coming off of the UNO.
UNO, yeah, yep.
Him and Brian McKnight, they produced and wrote the song, and when he came out, he had he played the I want to say the Wurlitzer, whatever. He's playing that, so he's giving you that vintage old sound, and man, like he was just different. He was different. The sound was different. We were still 95. We were still used to that same R&B. So you still got 112 and all the other groups that were there. But man, when he dropped, it was just a different sound. And then when he did Cruising, it sounded like, hey, what was the difference?
Right.
Between him and Smokey.
Like, yeah, I remember listening to that in the car with my mom. My mom was like, that's a remake. And I was like, shoot, that's D'Angelo's song. Like, he made that song his song. Like, no disrespect to Smokey. I like Smokey's version, but D'Angelo made Cruising.
That's D'Angelo, yeah. Yes. And Lady, and hey, man, it was you. That's one of them. If you say Neo Soul, that album has to be there. Mount Rushmore, that album has to be there.
Yeah. This is at the Trish Can says D'Angelo and Brown Sugar was such a jazzified version of the R&B we were used to at the time of this release. It needed a category of its own. He was ushering a new movement. You're right. I mean, that's why I deem him, and most people who love music deem him as the father of Neo Soul, man. Like, nothing sounded like this on the radio. Everything was so sample heavy. We were sampling all the funk from the 70s and the Jerry Curl soul from the early 80s. And this didn't sound like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Everything was sample heavy because of that one named Puffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His main objective was to make people dance, man. But D'Angelo made us chill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, songs on that album. I mean, Lady, Brown Sugar, Me and Those Dreaming Eyes of Mine.
Yeah.
Golly, Higher, which is like going to church. Jones and My Bones. When We Get By's on there. When We Get By on there?
I think When We Get By's on there.
Goodness gracious, dog.
And then when something happens, you could always yell out.
Yeah, SD.
MF. Yeah.
I try to keep it PG friendly, man, but I mean,
man.
Goodness gracious, dude. Like, that album wasn't nothing but heaters. But the thing that I think that made most people identify with D'Angelo is that he didn't look like your typical R&B singer, man. That dude, he looked like a rapper. The cornrows, the Timbs. Like, I remember he was on Showtime at the Apollo, and he had on a football jersey.
Yep, he did.
And baggy jeans, man. Like, he looked like your homeboy from school.
Yep.
That was cool, but he could also sing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. And so you thinking he about to rap, and he got on that, Fender Rhodes, and he was like,
Yeah. Hey, listen, y'all are old enough to remember, man. Back in the day, it wasn't the athletes that you had to worry about taking your girl. It was them dudes that could sing. Yeah,
the ones who could sing.
The singers could take your girls too, man.
They're the main ones.
Yeah, those are the ones that took your girls, man.
Yeah.
But like you said, Bill, this album belongs on the Mount Rushmore of Neo Soul, man. In fact, one of the best albums of the 90s, regardless of genre. All right. Yeah. So now we're gonna go to number 2. Okay, number 2. This gentleman is I would always he's most women's crush, and still is to this day. Whether he got his hair in a big old fro, whether it's braided up or he got it faded up, man. And he dropped this album. Never forget this video, man. First single, Till the Cops Come Knocking. Yeah. That first, and so this album is Urban Hang Suite by Maxwell. And again, y'all, I'm telling you, we didn't choose these albums. The viewers chose these albums. So, Bill, talk about Urban Hang Suite, man.
Smooth.
That's it. That's all you can say.
Smooth. That's I'm in the lounge. I'm just thinking about being in the lounge. Got a drink in my hand, old fashioned, like Q said. And it's just smooth. You just put it on and let it ride. You don't got to do nothing else. Think about how something like just the beat, how it just comes on. Yeah. And then his voice it meshes well with the instrumentation. Like perfect blend of voice, everything. He has the look, like you just said, and then you got the music to go. man, you can't beat it. Recipe for success.
Yo.
Yeah.
Recipe for success.
Dog, I listen, man. Like, first of all, man, like you said, this album, the album cover itself tells you everything you need to know about the album, man. Like, it's in a bedroom, carpet, got the high heels hanging from the. I mean, I think Timogen said it. Timogen said, let me post this comment. He said, Urban Hang Suite was an album that Marvin would have made.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Especially knowing, finding out after the fact that Leon Ware had played his part with this too. You know, Leon Ware was a frequent collaborator with Marvin, especially during that Let's Get It On and I Want You era. Baby making music or just practice. But yeah, man, this album, smooth. It's a contrast to D'Angelo, but the vibes are the same, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
what are your thoughts on Urban Hang Suite, Q?
Man,
your face, man.
No, I just remember, saying freshman year at USC, every other room, basically you could tell who all the black folk were on the hall, walking the freshman dorm.
Yeah.
Every other room where you knew there was black folk was playing Urban Hang Suite. Yeah. Whether I was playing something, a couple dudes I knew down the hall was playing Ascension. You know what I'm saying? Late at night, you would hear till the cops come knocking.
Yeah.
Don't
forget about
that album.
Sweet Lady.
Yeah.
SUITE Lady. What's another? Oh yeah.
Whenever.
Whatever.
Wherever. Yeah. Oh.
Yo,
man,
I'm telling you, like you just knew who the black dudes were, and black adjacents that were in the Maxwell because they was playing the hell out of this album. Like I was always vibing to like something.
Yeah, man.
Happy hour right there. That's happy hour right there.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, another one of those albums that definitely belongs on the Mount Rushmore, neo soul. D'Angelo, Maxwell pretty much stands shoulder to shoulder as the co-founders of the neo soul movement, man.
Like, I agree.
What was I going? Oh, speaking of something, like the album version, of course, the one that everybody's familiar with, the one they played on the radio, they got radio play. But let's not forget about the version from the Love Jones soundtrack, this mellow, smooth version of something. Y'all remember that one?
Ooh, it's been
they slowed it down. Wow. Yeah, it's on the Love Jones soundtrack, man. I'll
yes. I know what it's on the Love Jones soundtrack.
They slowed it down. They slowed it down and made it into a slow jam. It's on the GTD mixtape.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to go back and reminisce.
Yes, it was on the Love Jones. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Slowed it down.
What was also dope was the Ascension remix that he did with he sampled the SOS band.
Oh yeah.
No One's Gonna Love You. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yeah, man, they were. Yeah, D'Angelo and Maxwell were supposed to do a versus. Yep, and it ended up becoming D'Angelo and Friends. Golly, y'all. Especially now knowing we don't have D'Angelo with us anymore. Yeah. Man, that would have been so dope.
That should have happened. That one should have happened for sure.
That should have happened for sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Maxwell sick and wasn't able to make it? Is that why they weren't able to do it?
I think that's the reason why. Was because I think Maxwell got sick.
He got sick.
Yeah. But man, that would have been so dope. All right, so we're gonna go to number 3. All right, this album was released by a young lady, originally from the state of Texas. I call her Sister Soul. Miss Erica Wright, aka Erykah Badu. And that album is Baduism. Y'all, let's talk about the first time you heard On and On.
Oh man.
Yeah. Q, go ahead.
So the first time I heard On and On was, I want to say, in fact, I was getting ready to graduate from high school, I feel like. And I saw the video for it on Video, no, not Video Soul. Might have been Video Soul.
Was it Planet Groove?
Something like that. And I saw the video for On and On, and I was like, I was tripping out because I was like, what is this? Like, who is this Erykah Badu? And the video was giving a throwback to The Color Purple, and she talking about, I was born out of water with $3 and 6 dimes.
Mm-hmm.
But like that just showed just how conscious she was. And then for some reason, when Baduizm dropped out again, freshman year at USC, I walked down to Papa Jazz. TH, you know about Papa Jazz, and I went and got it.
Record store, man. Yeah.
And again, you knew where all the black people were because every other room was bumping Baduizm.
Yeah.
I knew a cat. Shout out to my man Bubby. Bubby used to put this joint on repeat, and it would just loop around all day while he was out class or whatever. That's how dope that album was, or actually still is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, again, just like D'Angelo, just like Maxwell, Badu didn't sound anything like the female artists that were on the radio at the time. You also got to remember the 90s was super duper group heavy too. Very formulaic sounds, 808s, hip hop influence. And she brought us that soul and that funk and a little bit of gospel and some jazz as well. Like on and on. To me, Another Side of the Game is one of the most perfect R&B songs ever. I mean, I absolutely love that song. Let me see. Apple Tree. What's some other joints?
My favorite was Next Lifetime.
That was
the one.
Yeah.
That was the one.
I thought it was Next Lifetime. I don't know why, but I don't know. I think it's because of the beat and
Yeah, certainly. That's what I was going to say. Certainly. That's the one I was thinking about. That whole album is dope, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
And I agree with both of y'all brothers, man. Like her voice, almost Billie Holiday-ish.
Yes.
I'm a big jazz person, and her voice fits right into that jazz era. Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, she can fit right along with all of them. But she did it in a neo soulful R&B way, and you can tell, man. Imagine her just growing up 14, 15. How does she sound then?
Right.
How does she sound as a 12-year-old? Even if I don't know if the roots were from church or gospel or whatever, but I always think about these powerful singers and how did they sound growing up to where how mature their voice back then, but man, when she dropped that album, you said what, 97?
Yeah, 97.
So I'm running around USF, University of South Florida, and that's in the mix of a lot of rap. You got Pac, Big, and all that's going on. I think did Usher come back yet at the time, or he was getting ready to redrop? He was getting ready to
My
drop. Way. Okay, so My Way. So that R&B was still what it was, but she came with a whole different feel. So man, she cemented herself. Yeah, like seriously, another Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and it was the whole aesthetic too, man. The turban, the braids, the head, the way she dressed, like the leather jackets, the floral dresses and stuff, man. I always refer to her as Black Mother Earth. And Q and I have an inside joke. We talk about Erykah Badu. Fellas, do not look Erykah Badu in the eyes.
Don't look in the eyes.
Don't look her in the eyes. You can be walking around wearing koofies, drawstring leather pants, and mandals.
And they all did it. they did it.
I'm saying. You're going to be walking in talking about some sun greetings and salutations.
Grand
Rising Queen. Grand Rising Queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Andre ain't been back.
Andre ain't been the same since.
Ain't been the same since.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Somebody said she almost got Common.
She almost did.
She almost did.
Was walking around. Well, he was kind of already doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Jay Electronica. She got him too.
She got him too.
Yeah. Dang, boy. Yeah. Do not look Erykah Badu in the eyes. That's your warning.
I seen her live and in concert, and she does put on a hell of a show. She did one of the Jazz Fest here, and yes, she puts on a dope show.
Yeah,
nice.
Right. So yeah, so those are. So I will say, if we're thinking neo soul, and these were the top 3 vote getters from all the people who submitted names of albums. You think neo soul? I would consider this the holy trinity of neo soul albums, because you don't have neo soul without these 3: Brown Sugar, Urban Hate Suite, and Baduizm. Yeah, and then I think Michael Jones said it like hands down. Erykah Badu is the queen of neo soul, and I'm glad we still got her with us too, man. All right, so now, so again, our first 3 were Brown Sugar, Urban Hate Suite, and Baduizm. All right. Somebody said Ye had to bring Kanye back. He did. We're gonna say Kanye because Ye is crazy. They 2 different people.
Right. Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye West. Yeah. All right. So album number 4. This was our 4th highest vote getter, and this album dropped in 1998. This sister was a member of a rap trio at first. And then she did her own thing. I mean, you knew when she was a part of the Fugees that she was a star. Like just the way she sort of jumped off screen, the voice, the look, and y'all chose for our number 4, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Whew. This was the most highly anticipated album of 1998. Period.
Yes.
I still remember hearing Lost Ones for the first time. Like, when are we gonna get this album? Like, Lost Ones dropped like May, June of 98.
Yep.
And then like we didn't get the album until like September.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, the sister can rap, she can sing. I mean, it's just a powerhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I used to be, I will admit, I was part of that crew that was like, I don't understand why people still want to see Lauryn Hill. Well, the older I get, the more I understand and appreciate. Like, some people, you might get one album and that's okay. But if it has the impact this one had, I'm good with it. So, fellas, let's just kind of talk about this album. Why do you think people chose this album? Why is this album an essential neo soul album?
Man. Coming off of the Fugees album, Strumming My Pain. That's when she vocally shined amongst the other 2 pros and Clef. And then we were able to hear her vocals again when she was on gosh, I just lost the name of the movie.
The Love Jones soundtrack.
No, the one with she was in it with Whoopi.
Sister Act 2.
Sister Act 2. So we were able to see her again on Sister. When this album dropped, and now she's strictly featured by herself. And we had Brown Sugar, then we had Urban Sweet, Pain Sweet, then we had Baduizm. It fit right along with it, and then she added the rap to go right with it. Yeah. So we didn't. So now she's a neo soul rapper. So we got neo soul singer, neo soul rapper, and it is her. We didn't have a her. Yeah. We didn't have a her. She was only her.
Yep.
So, man, she could sing. The lyrics were good. The man. I don't.
She's what this is one of those. Yeah, this is one of those albums that just leave you speechless. Like Q and I we did a whole episode. We did when we were doing our Saturday sit down shorts, our 30 to 40 minute episodes. We did an episode on the impact of this album. Like, I mean, there's so many artists who say they were influenced by the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. First quote unquote hip hop album to win best album at the Grammys.
Yep.
I mean, she swept the Grammys that year. What, 5 or 6 awards?
Yep.
Yeah, and she was dropping. Yeah, somebody said she was dropping knowledge on that album too, and it speaks to so many themes like relationships and motherhood and just society in general. Like she talks about everything. So it was a very personal album. It's like she gave you a look inside her life for real.
Yeah, man, that album was just, again, it was everything. It was a whole vibe, and you got to look at again what was going on musically when she dropped that. You know, we're talking 98. So Jay-Z blowing up the charts, DMX blowing up the charts. But R&B wise, you know, you had a few people here and there, but she basically came in and took it by storm. And the fact that she was not only just singing, but she was also rapping, like y'all said.
Yeah.
To this day, one of my favorite songs that was not, is on the album. This particular version of it is not on the album. But if you listen to Sweetest Thing, the Mahogany remix, man, it'll burn it down every time.
Yeah.
And so this is a loungy, like, I just can't imagine, like, if I was old enough to be in a lounge back then, like, you know, when the music came out, like, I probably would have never left. I probably would have failed. Because I would have been in a lounge so much. Because I'm saying this, like, this music was definitely lounge type music, but you know, at that point in time, there weren't any lounges that catered to, you know, that would have catered to that. Everything was turn up, tear up, shoot up.
Yeah. I mean, you got Lost Ones, which basically her addressing her former bandmates, and she went in.
Yep, she did.
X Factor, which was about her and her Wyclef's relationship. I mean, she put it out there for us all to know. To Zion, which was about her son. Everything is everything. Light My Fire. What is it? The song with D'Angelo, Nothing Really Matters. Dude.
Oh my God. That's the one right there. That was the one.
Was the one. And it's the song is so stripped down and simple, man. It got the fingers snapping in the background. I mean, it's She you know, she did her thing, man.
You know, as much as we want Lauren to drop another album, be quite honest, she kind of didn't have to. The joint went double diamond.
She don't have to. Yeah.
It went double diamond. You got artists that ain't even seen diamond. They ain't seen. They might have saw gold once upon a time. But for her first album to jump out there and go double diamond,
20 million. That's
20 million sold.
Yeah. 20 million.
For your first album. For your first
album.
First. Goodness gracious.
I mean, people collectively don't have 20 million from all their albums. They don't have 20 million.
over the course of their
career, they don't have that.
And especially for Black artists, you know, because as much as we love Black artists, you know, you got a lot that they make quality music, but they, you know, they won't see those numbers.
No. And like you said, that when you got DMX and all of them, man, they were going crazy.
They were.
For her to do 20 million, that's telling you a lot.
What 1998 was a hell of a year in music, man. Like you said, Q, you had X, Jay-Z, who else dropped in 98?
I feel like Wu-Tang dropped something.
Yeah, the Triumph album came out. That was around that time. Yeah, Wu-Tang was still Usher was on the scene, and then it's like,
the Outkast drop.
Criminal dropped in 98 too. Tribe Called Quest, The Love Movement.
Tribe Called Quest,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
man.
Somebody mentioned Black Star. I forgot about Black Star.
Yeah, Black Star
too.
Oh, Maxwell's in Bria.
Yeah. Maxwell's in Bria too. All right, so we're gonna move. Any other ones? All right, so again, just tuning in. Top 10 essential neo soul albums. We've already talked about the first 4. Again, these were chosen by our viewers. So we had Brown Sugar by D'Angelo, Urban Haynes Suite by Maxwell, Baduism by Erykah Badu, and The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So now we're going to go to the year 2000. All right. So going to the year 2000. This is the follow-up to the gentleman's first album that we just talked about. And that album is Voodoo. Oh man. So, true honesty moment. Okay, first time I heard Voodoo, I was disappointed. I didn't like it because it didn't sound like Brown Sugar.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I was in that camp. I was like, what the hell is D'Angelo doing? Because the sound was so raw and it was stripped down, and it wasn't so the production wasn't as sonically clear and as well produced, so to speak, as the first album. But it's like I feel like Voodoo now, after listening to it years later and as an adult and appreciating it more, like I feel like it was like nothing but a jam session every single day. And they took the best songs from that jam session and threw it on this album. This is one of those albums that were like song to song, the sequencing is just perfect, man. Yeah.
I agree, because if you even think about the single, what is Untitled, the single, didn't really match what was going to come with the overall album.
It did.
Because I'm thinking, like you said, I'm thinking you're going to continue with the Brown Sugar album, and then you drop How Does It Feel, and then I'm thinking that's how the album, but then you get the Devil's Pie.
Devil's Pie, from the Belly soundtrack. Yeah,
from the Belly soundtrack. I'm like, whoa, that's totally different.
It was.
And then Spanish Joint and just different songs. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. But then when you listen at it, it is a jam session. It's just I'm gonna put a bunch of musicians in the room and we go jam, we go record, and whatever happens, that's what we're putting out.
Yeah, I got the shirt on to pay homage to that crew, man. The Soulquarians, D'Angelo and crew recorded this album at the Electric Lady Studio. Questlove, Dilla, James Poyser, Roy Hargrave, who else? Q-Tip. Oh my gosh, Roy Hargrove. Badu was in those sessions. I mean, all these artists were like in the same studio in different rooms. Could you imagine being a fly on the wall and just jumping between each room and seeing what they were coming up with? They created magic, man. I'm telling you, dude. I mean, just that studio, like just being in that studio and being with this collective of artists, that's a movie, man. Yeah. Just to do a movie on or documentary on those recording sessions.
Yeah, I know. This album right here. Yeah, I'm the opposite of UTH. When this album dropped, I was automatically on it because if you listen to Devil's Pie was dropping some gems.
It was,
and then of course we had Untitled. How Does It Feel? All the women were going crazy.
Dude, D'Angelo had all of us doing crunches and sit-ups, man, trying to look like him.
Like, I got to try to get like that, you know what I'm saying? And then my favorite song off the album was Send It On.
Yep.
Mine too. Yeah.
Send It On is mine. I still play it to this day.
Yeah. Love that song, man.
Smooth, man. It's smooth.
Yeah. And he also had a song, Feel Like Making Love.
Yeah, which is a remake of Roberta Flack's song.
Right. And it was so smooth. Yeah. It's so smooth how he did it. So, man, that album, if you don't have that album in your collection, I suggest that you go ahead and get it.
Yeah. Listen, man, proud father moment, man. My 15-year-old, when D'Angelo passed, he knew who he was and could name songs. And I was like, I did my damn job.
Yeah.
And pat myself on the back. Yeah, he knew who D'Angelo was. Yeah, I'm seeing some of the songs mentioned in the chat. Chicken Grease, so funky, man. The Root, Spanish Joint. Don't forget Africa.
Yep.
Yeah. Left and Right with Method Man and Redman. Yeah.
And I'm looking now, man. We talking about it's 13 songs on the album.
Yeah, 13.
Right? But we didn't need 18, 19 songs back then.
No.
Just give me 13, 12. 13 was a great number to sit.
Yeah.
And we just give you the greatest songs to make the great albums, man. All these albums today, and you got the 17. We don't need all that, man.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. You start diluting the sound when you start adding all those songs.
Man. Well, but if you think about it, the reason why there's so many songs now on the albums is because they're only 2 minutes long.
2 minutes long, yeah.
Yep.
You know, people really don't have long attention spans anymore.
That's sad. That's sad.
It is sad.
So I just happened to look up the sales numbers for it, and this album only went platinum in the US.
Wow.
It only went platinum.
Think about this, yo. I think JR and Elise may have said this on your show, Bill, when you had them on talking about sophomore albums. Like, there ain't no singles on Voodoo, honestly. Like, I mean, other than How Does It Feel, but is that really a radio song? I think the video set that one off.
Yeah, that was more video than it had anything else. Yeah. Because, I mean, Devil's no. Spanish Joint, no.
Yeah, there ain't really no singles, man. It was just creative. Yeah. Player was supposed to be on the Space Jam soundtrack. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Player sample Ohio Players? Wasn't that Ohio Player sample on that? He just added original lyrics to it, kind of like what he did with Send It On, because that's Sea of Tranquility by Kool and the Gang. Yeah, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see. I think somebody may have said something in the chat. Yep. Yeah, the video set. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, you're right, JR. The video definitely did set Entitled off. Yeah, Untitled. Yeah, that wasn't a single, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, people were downloading music by then. Napster was out in 2000. Yeah,
and so I was about to say that's probably now it makes sense why it didn't sell as much.
Good catch. That's a good catch. Yeah,
that is a good catch. All right, but yeah, Voodoo. I mean, and then the unfortunate thing is, and we've talked about this, man, because of the Untitled video, people began to, especially the female fans, began to look at D'Angelo as a sex symbol, and the attention went away from his music. And then after this album run was sort of over, he went into recluse mode. Like he didn't drop another album for 14 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't drop another album for 14 years, man. But when he came back out, he gave us something special. With Black Messiah. Yeah,
Black Messiah was dope.
Yeah,
I still listen to it every now and then.
Me too, man. The messages in that thing are awesome. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, and again, we staying in 2000. Young lady from Philadelphia. We talked about her owing us an album because it's been a minute, and this was from her first album, and that album is Who Is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds, Volume 1 by Jill Scott. Q, what's on your mind, man? I see you. Your gears are turning.
No, I'm hearing the song "Getting in the Way" because that was the first, song we heard from Jilly. Yeah, and when I first heard it, I said, "Okay, this kind of fly, it's kind of dope." But I didn't buy the album right away. I didn't buy it right away. I think because I kept hearing "Getting in the Way" so much, I said, "Okay, you know what? Let me check it out."
Yeah,
and I'm glad I did because I became an instant fan. Jilly basically is she's real.
She is, man.
She's real, and she gives you that loungy, jazzy kind of singing.
Talk about it.
Even though she's from Philly, so you would think with her being from Philly, she would sing in the tradition of like a Patti LaBelle, or maybe I'll even dare say Evelyn Champagne King. But she had her own singing style, her own vibe, and it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah. So just some interesting facts about this album. It went double platinum, and it had to compete against TP2.com by who.
So yeah. Hey man, look. That was man.
Yeah.
She dropped the gem. She dropped the gem. I mean, I think it did go double platinum, like you said. So obviously people went out and got it or whatever. In the midst of Napster era, downloading era, or whatever. But it's hard to compete with that man over there doing what he's doing. Yeah. With what he's doing. But she's still holding that she's another person that keep passing the torch Okay, we got a new artist, another one, Philly. Like I said, Philly. But then you think about it, all still makes sense because you got the Questlove, and then you look at
Jeff.
it like Jazzy Jeff. So you start looking at little, they put strings when all these people attached to each other, whatever. But I'm sure she would be attached to some of these other strings or whatever. But man, just the sound of her voice.
Yes.
Like how smooth it is, how sultry it is, how seductive it is.
Yeah.
She is the epitome of neo soul to me.
Yeah.
Like if you think about their voice, just everything, she is neo soul.
Listen, if you haven't had the honor or privilege of seeing Jill Scott perform live, please do yourself a favor next time she come to your city. I'm telling you, man, well deserved 2 hours. I mean, and she performed all 2 hours too.
Yes.
Yeah, she comes out in her heels, and then after the first song, she on stage barefooted, man.
I had the privilege of seeing her at Wolf Trap. We got an outdoor concert venue here called Wolf Trap, and I saw her, and it was well worth me paying that extra money to sit close to the stage.
I loved what somebody said in the chat, and they said, she's a beautiful woman that can sing and didn't try to change her looks to fit in the mainstream. Nope. She didn't look like your typical R&B singer. I mean, she's a well endowed, thick sister,
woman,
big hair, beautiful
Afro.
woman now. Yeah.
Yep.
But like you said, man, she ain't no joke, man. The sister is a powerhouse.
She is a powerhouse by herself. And I need for her to stop playing and give us another album. Jill, if you hear this, you have fans. We need another album, ma'am.
We need another
album.
We'll get to Look at this. My man, he said I met her and almost proposed to a dude. Yeah, that's the thing that made me mad when she first came out. Like, we love to play the comparison game. They tried to compare her to Badu, but they different.
Yes,
they're different. I mean, they might be in the same subgenre, but they're different, man.
And there was a controversy between her, Erykah Badu, and the Roots because on the song, You Got Me.
You got me.
Yeah.
I think Eric. Okay, let me make sure I get this right. I think Erykah Badu did the studio version, or was it Jill that did the studio
Jill
version?
Did the studio version. Yeah.
But when they did the Roots Picnic, and I think they did the documentary, or Dave Chappelle did the documentary, they had Erykah singing the part.
Yeah. And then Erykah was actually on the album version. Yeah. So it got into record label politics because Erykah Badu was the known name, and the record label was basically like, "Nah, y'all need to put Badu on it." But there was no love lost between the two of them. And
not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Jill wrote and sung the original version. Yeah, and she does.
Even when they did the verses, I think both of them did the actual. They did play the versions.
They did. They did.
So man, that was a beautiful verses too.
And Jill's album introduced us to a whole new label, Hidden Beach, because nobody knew, where Hidden Beach was. But she also got there because of DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Them Hidden Beach, them Hidden Beach records.
Those 6 degrees of separation. Yeah. Yeah. So another essential neo soul album. I think we explored Getting in the Way, Long Walk, He Loves Me, which is my favorite song off that album. What's another joint on there? I said Getting in the Way.
Love Rain, that's on there.
Love Rain. Yeah. Slowly, Surely. These comments, man.
It smells like lavender lemon.
I mean, I was gonna say she probably smelled like cocoa and shea butter, but
Look, my man said he confirmed it. He said, "Yeah, bro, she do smell good." Yo, shout out to the sisters from My Sister's Jam. Yo, they did a post one time. It's like artists that we know for sure smell good. Cute, man. If we were to do that, Jill Scott would be number 1 on the list. Yeah, it's love. That's it. Yep.
DC Global vibes. Nice.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're gonna stay in Philly for the next selection. All right. This gentleman dropped this album at the first single from the album was a song called Just Friends, and actually was on the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack. Yeah. Philadelphia's own Music Soul Child. Yep. I Just Want to Sing. Dude.
Catchy.
Catchy.
Yeah. It was catchy.
He was singing, but it was like he was rapping too. Like
yeah.
I mean, I think we've all been there, man. Like with a young lady we've seen before, you know.
Yeah.
I know it might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order for stepping to you this way. You know, no, that's so smooth, man. Yeah.
And it fits into that whole, vibe and movement that I was, talked about earlier with neo soul. Because if you look at music's look, I'm saying he had the temp fade fro with the twist. He was rocking the sunglasses. He had the leathers. The album is solid from start to finish. Like I've never skipped a track on that whole album.
No, man. I mean, Just Friends, Sunny, Love, The Girl Next Door, Merry Go Round, the Patrice Rushen remake, Settle for My Love, dude.
Yo, Settle for My Love, yes.
Yeah. That album was dope. Like I said, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying quality album. Album.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, again, now we'll pass the torch again to somebody else to keep it going, and again, giving us an era, giving us a genre, staying in that genre of neo soul and great lyrics, good production, and so forth. I would say probably not the strongest singer out the group.
Yeah.
But he did everything else worked itself out. Like even you can tell about when he had his verses with Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton singing wise was stronger, but I think he had his songs were bigger.
They were
music souls, and you could tell, like, and it's just that neo soul, just everything that we think neo soul is. That's him.
Yeah,
different from Maxwell.
Yeah,
smoothness of the Maxwell, but he carved his niche. He got his niche. He was his own person.
Yeah, and that's what I've always appreciated about music, man. He dropped several like gems, like back to back to back after that.
Yeah,
probably. It is funny, man. Despite all his hits, like he's probably still one of the more appreciated artists of this era. Like that, people don't talk about him enough. To me,
agreed.
They don't talk about him enough. All right, so another. Go ahead. You had anything you want to add before we moved on from this one?
Oh no, I was gonna say. I mean, that album just has so many different gems on it. And the thing was, he sang about love, but he sang about the real side of love, like get into an argument. You know what I'm saying? But he also wants you back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on. We stand in the year 2000. Damn, y'all, 2000 was a great year for music, man. So we stand in the year 2000. This album was released. It was the last of these three that was released in that year, and it's a sophomore album for Erykah Badu, and it's Mama's Gun. Listen. I don't even know what to say. Like. Another just solid album production wise from start to finish. And she don't miss. And the themes, relationships, and just about being a woman and being in love and struggling after a breakup and women carrying baggage they don't need to carry. Because I'm in the camp where I like the album version of Bag Lady versus the explosive version with the Dr. Dre beat. I don't mind the Dr. Dre beat. I don't hate it, but I like the album version better. Yeah. Wait a minute. What did Tim say?
Yeah, you see it.
He said Mama's Gun was instant neck bones, grease, and weeds.
It had it all.
Yeah, it had it all.
Yeah, it had it all.
Yeah, that album is dope. Great sophomore album. Oh, cool. So he was on Erica's street team for Motown that year. Shout out to the
dope.
street teams, man. Yeah, shout out to the street teams. Those don't exist anymore, man. Nope. I remember street teams used to come to our college campus and give out posters and CD samplers. Yeah, every now and then.
And that's one of the things I think the game is missing is street teams.
Mm-hmm.
JR said it because I was just about to touch on it. This is a jazz album for real.
Yes,
this is a jazz album. Mm-hmm. I went through it, just re-listened to it today, and I'm like, man, boy, this put me in my jazz vibe. It is a jazz album.
Yeah,
and her voice goes right along with it.
Yeah, and again, like Voodoo, I mean, ain't really no singles on this. Like, I mean, she gave you the remix to Bag Lady, but I think the other single was Didn't You Know?
Didn't you? Yeah.
And that was it. That was it. But my favorite song on this album is Green Eyes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Green Eyes is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orange Moon.
Love Green Eyes. My God. Yeah, Orange Moon. Oh man. Dude. Yeah.
Again, this is one of those albums where there was no skips. You know, there was no skip at all.
Play it and keep going.
None. Yeah.
This is one of those albums where you're okay.
Yeah, I always say Mama's Gun. I maybe Solange may not say this, but to me, Mama's Gun was the inspiration behind that album she dropped in 2016.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just the Black empowerment vibe, some of the themes. I'm like, and she worked with Quest and Raphael too, so it makes sense.
I mean, this is one of those albums where, you know, when I used to get off from work, you know, working my very first gig, and it was always a tough day, I would just put this joint on and just be able to zone out.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Excellent choice there, y'all. So, man, listen.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Y'all folks, hey, man, shout out to the viewers, man. Y'all gave us some gems to discuss tonight. So
yes,
let's see. So we've done. So in order now, we've done Brown Sugar, D'Angelo, Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite, Erykah Badu's Baduism, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo's Voodoo, Words and Sounds, Volume 1, Who is Jill Scott by Jill Scott, I Just Want to Sing by Music Soul Child, and Mama's Gun by Erykah Badu. So D'Angelo and Erykah Badu had 2 albums on the list, which it makes sense, man.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare that most folks' second album can one up their debut. And then I think in this instance, it did for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to go to 2001. We're going to go to the next year. And this album is by India Ari. It's her solo album. It is called Acoustic Soul.
Yes.
Dope album, man. Dope album. The song Video, she talks about, you know, she may not be that model girl, but, you know, she's beautiful the way she is. And I love that because that gave young Black girls something to think about, man. I'm not your average girl from the video. My price is not determined by the price of my clothes, but I'm going to always be me regardless.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, head wraps, beads, incense. That's what it was to me. Yeah. Again, it's funny how we had a lot of great music back in that era. That was that 2001.
Yeah, 2001.
But a lot of the albums didn't get lost.
They didn't. Yeah,
they all stood their own ground, and how easily they could have gotten lost, but they didn't. So her debut album in the mix in 2001, in the mix of all this other stuff going on around, I think Destiny's Child was out at that time, and 8701 dropping. Like, I mean, you had so many other music coming, and we're still holding strong with this neo soul. And India Ari was a perfect person to continue. Bring it. You're next. Here's your Continue to go and keep it going.
I love how you say that, man. Like how she is basically, we're just passing the torch from the next person to the next person, and each person takes it and runs with it, and they give you something great. Yeah, that's so dope, man. To me,
yeah.
So I was drawn to this album. Okay,
go ahead, Q. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was drawn to this album because again, it was something different. You know, it was a new artist to me, and it was just a different type of album, you know, than what was out at the time. Because even though we were in the thick of the neo soul movement, you know, she was doing it acoustically, if you will.
Right.
So that was, you know, something that no other artist was doing. You know,
yeah. Produced and wrote almost all her own tracks.
Yep.
Album was wow. So just look this up. This album received 7 nominations at the Grammys, including Album of the Year and Best R&B Album. I bet y'all can't guess which R&B album beat it out that year at
2001?
2001?
Yeah, 2002 Grammys, but 2001.
2002?
Yep. What album
would have
beat
been
it out?
Usher?
India?
Nope.
No, Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys beat it out. Songs in A minor.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Alicia Keys beat it out. Yep. So, but this album gave you Video, Strength, Courage, and Wisdom, Ready for Love, which is so good, yo.
Yeah.
She did a song, Brown Skin. She gave a shout out to the brothers in that joint.
Yeah.
And then the closing song on that album is actually a tribute to Stevie Wonder called Wonderful, which I love. And I love that song, man. She takes some of his song titles and some of the albums of his songs and weaves it into like basically like a tribute song to Stevie Wonder to let him know, hey, you're my favorite artist. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm with you, Dega Marie and Timogen. Like, I love Alicia Keys. Her best album is The Diary of Alicia Keys. But if we talk about best R&B album of 2001, I'm giving it to this, especially if we're talking about nominees, right? I'm either giving it to this or I'm giving it to 8701. I'm just saying. Yeah. But again, I don't make those decisions. But you all know when it comes to Grammys, it's about radio spins, and this wasn't being played on the radio like
that. It's no.
Yeah.
But again, voice, jazzy voice, nice, sultry tone. I think about a lot of tone.
Yeah.
When I think about neo soul, especially the Jill Scotts and the Ericas, and their tone is just so it's melodic. It gives you a certain vibe where you just it's calm. Like you're always calm when you listen to that neo soul. Yeah, they keep you calm.
Yep. Yeah. And the thing is that she basically was herself. Like she wasn't trying to, you know, dress up or weaved up or nothing wrong with that, but that just was not. She was like, "You want to accept me? You gonna accept me as I am."
Yeah. Let's look at the talent. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, another excellent choice by the viewers. All right, so can y'all believe we've already made it to number 10? So we're on number 10. All right, so number 10. So I'm gonna tell you. So this number 10, y'all. This came down to 2 albums. It came down to either Bilal's Firstborn Second or Subject by Dwele. Okay, and I put it in a poll, and the viewers and the followers chose Subject by Dwele as our number 10. And I ain't mad at him because this album is dope. Like he basically took what Dilla had done and kind of put an R&B spin on it, which I love. Yeah. And Dwele is, I always say this is like, I think it's kind of, it kind of is a blend of Brown Sugar and music I just want to sing. Like Dwele doesn't necessarily have the best voice. He can carry a tune, but it's like he's just real smooth with it, man. Like he's So definitely great choice again by the viewers on this one. All right, y'all have any thoughts on Dwele?
I mean, JR said it best. He's an underrated artist, and again, he was right there as that neo soul movement, you know, was taking off and hitting a fever pitch, if you will. Like other day when we were talking, TH, you know, he had us wanting to wear, you know, I'm saying the Steve Madden bowling shoes and you know, with the Carl Thomas sweater.
Yeah, the sweater, turtleneck sweater with the chain.
On the outside.
Yeah, what's that? Them those cowhide like long
leather
jacket. Leather joints. Yeah, man.
He had you want to do all that. I mean, he wasn't the only one, but he was definitely in the throes of the movement that made you want. That's how you wanted to step out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you wanted, how you wanted to step out, no matter where you was going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dwelle's independent, fully independent, man. He wrote and produced every track on that album. And like I said, you could tell he was connected with that Dilla Slum Village group. It sort of gives you that vibes, but it's toned down and kind of got that those jazz elements to it too. Yeah, he did. The brother did his thing on that. I didn't realize that he was a rapper before he got into music. In fact, they said when he was recording Find a Way, which was the main single off that album.
Main single.
The producer was getting upset with him because he wasn't nailing it, and he was like, he's like, I don't want to do this anyway. I want to be a rapper. Yeah.
That's again, the torches continue to be passed on.
Right.
When you got these guys, man, Dwelle, Bilal, like all of them, go back to Raheem. So they all have Anthony. Yeah. So when you think about the artists that made this genre what it is, and those who made it, they set the foundation, and those who kept building onto it, it made sense for them. They all had their niche, and they all were needed to do what they did to make this one of the, I mean, like you said, one of our own genres that is strictly unapologetically ours. I don't think Dwelle is mainstream to where he's going to be accepted in every single household, no matter what household it is. Just like a lot of the other artists, like India Arie, I don't think she's going to be played in middle America somewhere in their household. But you know what? She'll be played in Philly, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas. She'll be played in all of our households.
Yeah.
And that's because Dwelle was unapologetically Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a perfect segue to kind of just like end the discussion on the albums. Like we talked about it at the beginning when we were put a definition on what neo soul was. But this genre, this subgenre R&B was unapologetically Black. It wasn't gonna cross over. It ain't gonna be played at no club most of the time. It ain't gonna be played at your big parties. But it's something that we can identify with and kind of call our own as well.
That's right. It was ours. And we vibe to it. And if you notice, like back then when that music was playing, I mean, we had our problems. We sure enough had our problems, but it seemed like everybody was just on a more even keel type vibe when this was being played. Conversations was happening, drinks were flowing. It was just good, you know.
You got to remember when this Dwelle album dropped, I think 2006 or 7. Like this is the grown and sexy era of the club when we was leaving work. Yeah, we was leaving work in our Friday casual attire, going to the club. Like people dressed up. Like ain't nobody trying to start no ruckus in a sweater vest and a button up. You know what
I mean? I can pretty much tell you here in the DMV, you were not getting into the club if you had on anything other than a button up, some hard bottoms and slacks. I mean, some spots might let you slide with jeans, but you definitely had to have the button up and the hard bottoms. And if you threw on a blazer or a sport coat with it, hey, I mean, that was me.
Yeah, that was me too, bro.
That was a sweater vest era right there.
Yeah,
that was a sweater vest button up era.
Button up,
Yep.
I'm
saying all those shoes had me in a chokehold.
Oh yeah.
So I want to highlight this point that Omar and Brand New Heavies were early on neo soul. Yes,
they were.
I was listening to Brand New Heavies. I didn't think of it as neo soul, because I knew that it was acid jazz. Don't ask me how I know that back in the day, but I didn't think of it as neo soul. But yes, it definitely would fit in that neo soul category. And I'll take a new album by them also, please.
Yeah, we do. We do the new Brand New Heavies album. I have one of their vinyl albums that I think the last album that I can recall was 2018 or 2019. I have that album on vinyl. So dope. And it don't even, it's a lot of it is just instrumentals. That's it. Yeah. With the original members. I don't think they have a female vocalist anymore. And see, Saida Garrett was with them for a little while, right?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know India Davenport.
India Davenport. Yeah. So you have somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Saida Garrett was with them. Yeah, she was. Mm-hmm. Yep, she was. Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. So we have concluded the top 10. I'm going to go back and review what we have. Again, these were all chosen by our audience, and you guys did a fantastic job, man. Y'all gave us a lot to work with tonight. Brown Sugar by D'Angelo, Urban Hain Suite by Maxwell, Bodywism by Erykah Badu, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill, Voodoo by D'Angelo, Who is Jill Scott, Words and Sounds Volume 1 by Jill Scott, I Just Want to Sing by Music Soul Child, Mama's Gun by Erykah Badu, Acoustic Soul by NDRE, and then Subject by Dwele. All right, so audience participation. All right, audience, those of you who are in the chat, tell us some of the albums that were on the list that should have been on the list. All right, and while we're doing that, I'm going to give a shout out to the good brother Michael Jones, who's a huge supporter of the show, whose birthday is coming up on Monday. Shout out to Michael Jones.
Shout out, brother.
Shout out.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday, man. So yeah, what are some albums that weren't on the list that should have been on the list? And we can all talk about this while everybody's kind of participating. All right, Q, give me one that you had on your list that didn't make the top 10.
I should have put this on the list. Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton's first, well, not his first
one. Yeah. Coming from where I'm
from. Second and third albums. Yeah. You know, he had an album that came out, but they didn't release till after he blew up.
Yeah.
But Coming Where I Come From, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept that thing on rotation all the time. And then when he hit us with Ain't Nobody Worrying, I still listen to that album.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. What's one you had on your list that didn't make it?
I had. I'm going back to our my albums I sent you.
Okay.
Black Radio by Robert Glasper.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah, because he featured most of the artists that were on here that we talked about.
Yep, he did
on that album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classically trained jazz musician, but boy, oh boy, he is a man. Power. He's a neo soul jazz artist to me. That's neo soul jazz artist.
Yeah. Let me see. One that I had on my list that didn't make it was somebody mentioned in the chat too. Raphael Sadiq's Instant Vintage.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah. Raphael Sadiq's Instant Vintage.
That should have been
Angie Stone's first two albums, Black Diamond and Mahogany Soul. Mahogany Soul is my favorite of the two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think all three of us had this one, and I consider this sort of neo soul adjacent. Yeah, Floetry's Floetic. Yep. And then another one all three of us had on our list was I'd say this neo soul adjacent. Was John Legend's Get Lifted.
Yep.
Before he became John Stevens.
Yeah.
Hey, Timogen, you in the chat? What kind of music you said John Legend make now? I'm gonna let you put the comment in there while I'm reviewing some of these selections.
Kendrick Family Soul is
oh my god, I forgot about it.
I feel like they overlooked, but they dropped some dope music.
Yeah, Kendrick and the Family Soul's debut album, and then the other ones, Surrender to Love.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody we already mentioned, Floetry, Floetic, the Black Radio series. Oh, Society of Soul, Brainchild. Yeah.
Teacher Moses,
Guapale, Lettucey,
Jazzy Fat
Nasty for sure.
So you could even say Groove Theory debut. Yeah. Groove Theory's debut album.
Yep. And even though she crazy as hell, Jaguar Wright.
Yeah.
Jaguar Wright album was dope. That first one, yes.
Yeah. Cy Smith's Conflict, The Foreign Exchange, Leave It All Behind, Zoe's Sunstorm. Did somebody mention Donnie's Welcome to the Color section?
Yeah, I saw that in the comments.
I brought his name up, but The Love Experience by Raheem.
Yeah.
That was all right. That was all right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Michelle and Degio Cello's Plantation Lullabies, 3 T's, Sons of Soul, and Joy's The Pendulum. Yeah, Pendulum Vibe. Somebody mentioned Glenn. I didn't look at this one. Amel LaRue's Infinite Possibilities. That's another album that dropped in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. Let's see. Yep, we already did that one.
Vivian Green, yeah.
He said, I forgot John Legend made Lord of Dodo cookie music. Hey, man.
We were James. One of her albums could have been in the mix too.
Was that the one that Raphael worked on?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, JR, what's the name? I think you were vibing to it in your stories one time. What's the name of the album? She's a white artist from Britain that Raphael Sadiq worked with. What is her name? That album is kind of neo soul, got neo soul vibe to it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember her name, man. Oh my God,
Josh Stone.
Josh Stone. There it is. Yes, Josh Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. Josh Stone was dope too.
You know who also makes some good neo soul music? Avery Sunshine.
Yes,
she sure does.
Yeah, and I saw her in person at this spot called the Birchmere, and she puts on a hell of a show.
Man, she could be a heck of a gospel singer too.
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
She could be a heck of a gospel singer, and she plays the piano, play the keys. She's tough. She's tough. Man.
Yeah, she's tough.
So great. Yeah, excellent choices in the chat. Somebody talking about not Sam Smith. Well, which one? His first one, yeah. Mm-hmm. His first one. It had some neo soul vibes. The one that had "Stay With Me" on it. So dang, Timogen.
Hey, you know who also gets overlooked? It was named Daly.
Who's that?
I think his name is Daly. Daley. He had a song with I feel like he had a song with Jill Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Look him up.
Calvin Richardson.
Yeah,
Calvin Richardson. I got a text. Somebody said she mentioned Calvin Richardson.
Yeah, Calvin Richardson.
Definitely mentioned Calvin.
I'm trying to think somebody else.
Would y'all put Carl Thomas as neo soul?
The first album.
The first album.
Yeah, first album. Yeah.
Oh, but then we go talk about that. That album.
Look, I didn't think about this, but Joe and Chico DeBarge, they were both under Kedar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joe's All That I Am. It has some mainstream, but it has some neo soul elements to it too. Yeah. Okay. I can dig that. Yeah. How did we forget about Layla Hathaway?
Yeah. Will Downing.
Yeah, Will Downing. Eero. Donnell Jones. I see Incognito was mentioned. Yeah. Y'all know y'all neo soul, man. That's impressive.
Donnell Jones for sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna move off of that, and just real quick, man, before we get to the concluding part of the show, let's talk D'Angelo and his legacy. We talked a little bit about that with the music, man. So I'm gonna let you go first, man. Like, just kind of talk about how D'Angelo's music impacted you as a music fan.
Me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. For D'Angelo, writer, musician.
Mm-hmm.
I love music. So especially those who can create their own music and so forth. So, seeing clips of him playing a piano in church, surfacing and knowing he wrote or co-wrote You Will Know, and then you get to 95 when Brown Sugar comes out. Then you wait some years and then he drops his the Voodoo album, and then waits almost 15 years later, then he drops his. Man, the man is a talent. He's one of the greatest we've ever seen. I think it doesn't matter what decade or time period you drop him in, I think he'll fit. He definitely fits that Detroit Motown era.
Yeah,
his voice does. I think he could go anywhere. So I think he's again one of the greatest we've ever seen, we've ever heard. We lost the icon, and I just hope that whoever else listens to his music, and I just hope that his music lives on, which I think it will. With channels like especially your channel, Saturday Sit Down podcast, and mine, and everyone else's. Who reviews and talks about R&B music and soul music or whatever. But I definitely think that his music he cemented himself. We said he's basically the godfather of neo soul. So yeah, man, he's that one. He's that one.
Yeah.
So, RP to D'Angelo.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Q, what are your thoughts, man? How D'Angelo's music impact you as a music fan?
Rare talent gone too soon.
Yeah.
Rare talent gone too soon. I mean, you don't find too many artists like him. And like I said, all his albums were a vibe. All his albums, I mean, I didn't have to skip a track. And it's just sad because we'll never know just how much further he would have, gone, or how much more music he would be able to put out. And also it's a reminder that we, especially Black men in particular, we have to start paying more attention to our health. Got to get those checkups. You gotta go to the doctor. Something ain't right. Go get it checked out, please, because too many of us are losing our lives way too young. The stuff that most likely could be preventable.
Yeah.
But his impact on the music world will be felt for decades.
Yeah.
And his music is going to be timeless. Like we gonna be, 70, 80 years old, still talking about put on that brown sugar.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, rest in power to Michael Eugene Archer, aka D'Angelo.
Yeah. JR and Neltron made my point for me, man. Like quality for me is quality over quantity. Like you measure someone's impact on the quality of music they give us, not necessarily the quantity. He gave us three albums, 3 studio albums, and then a live album, of course. But for him to have that type of impact after minimum output like that speaks to how great of a musician he was, man. Like, I think about him and some of the things that Questlove asked him in the Sly Stone documentary, The Burden of Black Genius. He definitely defines that being a Black genius. Like he's on, to me, D'Angelo's on that same trajectory. You got Sly, you got Prince, you got D'Angelo. Like, and think about how impactful those guys were over the course of their careers, man. He's on that same trajectory. And I hope that, and one thing I really, like I said, I've said this in previous shows, I'm loving the fact that a lot of these kids that are in their teens and early 20s are going back to listen to the music of the 90s, going back and listen to the music of the 90s. And I hope they discover D'Angelo beyond the songs that were quote unquote popular. They need to get into those album cuts, listen to the instrumentation, read those liner notes, and find out who the people are on those instruments and who's behind the boards producing those tracks, man. So his impact, like you said, Q, is going to be felt 30, 40, 50 years down the line. And then we're going to give a shout out to Angie Stone, who also helped him a lot and helped him sort of find his way in the music industry, man. We're going to speak on that. We lost her earlier this year as well. Yeah.
I want to. It's so funny you said gone too soon, because this man's name just popped into my head and I just had to write it down so I won't forget. Reminds me of Donny Hathaway.
Yes.
Think about like musician, singer, writer, producer, everything. Left us timeless music and it's gone too soon. Donny Hathaway just has his own style. Everything, man. So, shout out to D'Angelo
Yeah. Shout out to D'Angelo. Rest in peace. I pray that I know there was an IG live he was on with D Nice, and he was in the studio, and I know he was recording some music. And I hope that if he had a will, I hope that brother decides to go ahead and put out some new music and let his friends Questlove and Raphael Sadiq do all the legwork and get that music out for people to hear.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So again, I'm going to say this. Please make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share the Saturday Sit Down on YouTube and Instagram. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And like Q said, you ain't got to take my word for it, but you might just learn something when you tune in. For sure. So, all right. So, man, we're going to extend some gratitude to you, Brother Bill. Thank you for being here with us this evening, man. You offered some really good commentary, some analysis, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your presence, man. Tell the folks where they can follow you on Instagram, YouTube, and all that.
Y'all can follow me. Follow my podcast. And in this corner 1, that's on Instagram. And in this corner 1, the number 1, YouTube. And in this corner, look us up. That's our little signature right there. I'm a jazz head. That's my Instagram tag, so y'all can follow us there. And man, just look out for the content. Appreciate it. Follow these brothers, like, comment, subscribe. It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe.
It costs you nothing.
It literally costs you nothing.
Costs you nothing to subscribe. It costs you nothing to like it, nothing to add a comment, nothing to share it with a fellow music lover. So we appreciate it. And speaking of which, we are 7 followers away from 400. So y'all do me a favor. Get offline.
Shout out to y'all boys, man. Shout out to y'all.
Tell 7 people to follow so we can hit our next mark. All right. So help us out, man. So I want to give a shout out. I'll give a shout out to the to our R&B family, the R&B reps. They are doing a tribute episode tomorrow to D'Angelo. They're gonna have Keith Murphy on there, who is a close associate of D'Angelo. So y'all check them out tomorrow at 2. And also tonight, Kamani and crew are doing another episode of The Wonder of Stevie. They've been breaking down Stevie Wonder's discography. So tonight they're talking about the Characters album. So be sure to check them out, man. Check them out. All right. Yeah. So Q had to step away for a moment. Oh, there he is. All right. So Q, man, tell the good folks. So what we going to end 2025 on, man? Oh, he got an audio. Okay. Yeah, he got no audio. It's cool. We go keep it moving, man. So all right. So
no, my smoke alarm went off, so that's why I had to mute myself. Trying to handle that.
Yeah, you good. No worries, man. So our next episode, we're doing a year in review. We're going to talk about all things that happened in music in 2025. Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. Drake suing the record labels for the quote unquote what he thinks the unfair promotion that Not Like Us. Beyonce winning Cowboy Carter at the Grammys, and how the Grammys have split the country category up between contemporary gospel and contemporary country music and traditional country music. We're gonna talk about some of the things that are happening with streaming and TikToks and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit some of the highlights, the year in review of the show, and then talk about some of the best moments that we've had on our episodes this calendar year. So, by the way, somebody said Timogen Q on you. He on you, man. He talking about you burning greens and neck bones back there. Man, and as always, man, the Sat Chat, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all definitely keep things going out here. So,
dope.
So here we go, man. So in closing, I am T Harris at When the Needle Drops, and then this is my co-host at QG at Nerdy Lil Bubba. Again, thank you, Bill. Again, don't be sure to follow him at And In This Corner Podcast on YouTube, and they also have an Instagram page by the same name. We wishing you all love, peace, and soul, and have a blessed evening.